Uncle Corliss.
How do you work this? Weird. Okay. Uncle Corliss needs some new friends.
Uncle Corliss.
Uncle Corliss needs some new friends. Uncle Corliss needs some new friends. Nephew! Uncle Corliss needs some new friends. Nephew! Is that you?
Uncle Corliss.
Nephew! Uncle Corliss needs some new friends. Uncle Corliss needs some new friends. Nephew, is that you? I'm on MySpace. I'm on Facebook. I'm looking for some new friends.
Uncle Corliss.
Uncle Corliss needs some new friends. Uncle Corliss needs some new friends. Nephew, that's me. Nephew, is that you? All right. Okay. Uncle Corliss needs some new friends. Uncle Corliss needs some new friends. Nephew, I'm on Facebook getting some new friends.
Yeah. Uncle Corliss. There you go, man. What are you doing?
I'm looking for new MySpace and Facebook friends. Okay, all right, so I don't think I can do, well, I need more white friends. All right, white. All right, I need some more white friends. Ooh, is that a champagne? I stopped drinking that long. All right, no. I got enough black friends. All right, I got another one. I'll take that one. All right, like my sister. Hey now, hey, okay. All right, what's her name? Okay. Oh, she's pretty. I like her. All right. Oh, that's like a jail pick. That's a jail pick. All right, I need some gangsters in my friends list. All right. Oh, she look white. All right. Okay. Look at Amber. Okay. All right. So we looking for some friends. All right. Oh, look at her. I like her. I like her white hair. I need white people. Okay. All right. So, all right. Nice family here. I got a lot of black friends already. And I'm looking for, look at those. Okay. I'll make some room for those. Okay. And, oh, more white people. I need some white friends. Yeah. All right. Oh, yeah. What's her name? Okay. Oh, at least I got one. There's one white person there. That's another white person. Okay. All right. I need some white friends. All right. Who is that? There's a chocolate thing there. Go back. All right. Yeah, I'll make some room for you. Okay. Oh, I got a notification. Okay. I got a notification. All right. Cool. Okay. What else we got here? All right. Locked up. All right. Don't let me. Okay. Oh, that's 50 Cent? Curtis Jackson? Is that 50 Cent? Oh, who is this? Okay. Oh, I love rainbows and Skittles. Yeah, I like Skittles. You ain't win. UAW. Okay, I'll take that right there. I'm going to take that. All right. If we need some. Oh, is that a Carhartt? I love Carhartt. I love Carhartt jackets. Who is that? Okay, girl, come on in here. All right. You got a little Oreo there. I'll take that. Okay. All right. I need some more Facebook friends. All right. Next is MySpace. All right. Who is this? Okay. You definitely can be added to my table. Okay. All right. At least you got the nicest smile. I need some more white people. All right. Let's get here. I got some more white people. I definitely need white people here. I need some white people in my friends list. Hey, how you doing? I don't know why your picture's so close. All right. We need a couple more here. Okay. All right, look at these. Okay, nice. I like the little twins. Okay. All right. Hey, how you doing? She in the bathroom. What the hell she doing? All right, so. All right. Okay, or y'all, I see one white person there. All right. I need some white friends. All right, Uncle Corliss needs some white friends. I like the jewelry now. I'm still with it. All right. All right, little doggies. Okay. Where do white people go? I don't know now. Hold on. I see. Oh, I love trout. Okay. Shit, is that Trina? That look just like Trina. I swear that. All right. Well, that's like a Disney villain. You can definitely. Okay. All right. All right. Uncle Corliss. Okay, my friendship's coming in. All right. Okay. What the hell is she doing? All right. What does it say here? I can't seem to read these. Oh, that's a white girl. Hold on, wait, is that a white girl? She black. Yeah, she black. She ain't a white girl. All right. Oh, the rainbow. Is that young man putting his middle finger up? Who teaching him? All right. Uncle Corliss need. Oh, yeah, come on, baby. Come on in here now. Okay. All right. Oh, Amber and Kathleen. I take that. What's this, Temptations? Who is this? Oh, man. Hey, did he know the camera on? I don't think he know the camera on. All right. I got me some new friends. All right. Is that Binks? No, it ain't Binks. Okay. All right. That's good enough. You know, Uncle Corliss needs some new friends. Okay. I'm happy.
Rick the Don presents Broken Heart Shirts. This is your way to express your attitude without saying a word. Now you can say anything in public, like I hate racism, breakups, Rick, clothes, nuts, Tanya, my life, I hate politics, January, February, March, you, cheaters, I hate work, Mondays, Tuesdays, my job, I hate being single, Trump, Obama, Biden, I hate drama, gossip, my haters, bullies, Satan, religion, I hate school, your attitude, Christmas sweaters. There's only one way to express your attitude and show people how you feel without saying a word. Broken Heart Shirts. Get with it. Show the world your attitude by going to brokenheartshirts.com now.
Yeah, I used to roll backwoods. Rick the Don's good wherever he goes. 1 million and one flows, depositing dough. Said you down with the mafia family, let me know. Yeah, number one, I don't do number two. They watching how I do because I'm really hood. Red hoodie, gold jewelry, too groovy. Might lose me, don't approach with the foolery. Keep the two on me, homie, you don't know me. Rick the Don, the one and only. Yeah.
Yo, welcome to the Really Hood Podcast. What about that intro? That intro, though. What about that intro, man? It's all good, though. Hey, today's episode is sponsored by reallyhood.com. If you are a new artist or somebody trying to get some shine out here and you want other people to see your content, check out reallyhood.com. You know, I'm the CEO of reallyhood.com. And it's up and it's running right now, so you don't have to wait. It's already up and running. Obviously, we're still figuring out some things, still learning some things. So support us, man. Support us through the growth. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people want to hop on the ship once it's already built. But what I'm trying to say is support the ship while it's being built. You know what I'm saying? Be a part of it. Don't just come in when everything is done, man, when all the hard work is done, all the heavy lifting. But reallyhood.com. If you're an indie artist and you want to get your music heard, hey, you know what it is, man. Reallyhood.com. Also, I'll be uploading some cool content, you know, sports and stuff like that. But anyway, let's get to the actual topic. Because I don't like to waste time. And one thing about me is I won't waste a lot of time. Or if anything, I won't waste time at all because my time is so valuable, right? I'm wasting time right now talking about this. Fight the power, man. What do I mean by that? My new album, Limits to Mercy, is scheduled to come out on January 7th, 2022. So what do I mean by fight the power? Well, I'm going to release this album on my own website. And I believe that I am the forerunner of something that will soon take over. This will be the way that it happens moving forward. But I'm the first one to do it. I'm the pioneer of it. And let me explain what I'm doing before I discuss what I'm pioneering and what I'm doing is I'm removing my music. Well, actually, I'm not gonna remove my music. My old music will stay on online streaming platforms. I will keep my old music on Spotify and iTunes and all that. But my new music will only be available on rickthedon.com. That's the only way you're gonna get it. So what does that mean? Some people might hear that and say, "Wait, man, you're actually cutting off your own benefits. You're actually making your own job harder, right? Why would you not put your music on these big distributing companies like iTunes and Spotify so that people can hear your music? Why would you not do that? That doesn't make sense." And my reply would be, those platforms are stealing from the artists. How about that one? Okay. I just got a royalty check from my distributor. What was it? Last week. And that royalty check was for $10. You see what I'm saying? The royalty check was for $10. You know how many streams I got in that particular time frame? A lot. I'm not going to give you my business, but I'll say I got a lot of streams. Now, if I took my own music and went to the streets and I sold 500 CDs for $3 a pop, okay, I would bring back $1,500 or more, because sometimes if you're selling person to person, you'll maybe get tips and stuff like that. See what I'm saying? So by me putting my music on Spotify and all that, though it does help, because I got some people in the Netherlands listening to me, and I couldn't travel there myself. I got some people in India listening to me because of these distributing companies. I couldn't travel to India myself, not necessarily. And by the way, let me stop everything I'm doing real quick. Hey, shout out to India, man. Shout out to India. I don't know what it is. I don't know how India is hip to Rick the Dawn, but India, for some reason, when I look at my analytics, India is showing me mad love. India is like my only fans. They like the only people who listen to me or watch me. So shout out to India. I know y'all boys out there like, "Oh yeah, Rick the Dawn. Hey, shout out to India, man. India be showing love, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know what y'all doing out there. But I do know this. For some reason, y'all be bumping my podcast, man. Much love to India. And also, shout out to the homie in the Netherlands. It's like one person in the Netherlands that listens to Rick the Dawn that listens to my music, to Rick the Dawn. Okay, one person in the Netherlands. Like, I literally had like 19 streams from one person in the Netherlands. And they like the song Oprah. So if you're listening to this podcast, I'm Rick the Dawn. It's nice to meet you, okay? But anyway, so yes, by me removing my music from these platforms, technically I am removing my reach, right? But hold up, wait a minute. That don't make sense. And this is what I was thinking when I broke down what I'm about to start doing. It don't make sense. We have the World Wide Web. It's not like the old days when I first started doing music and it was like I can only reach the people that's in my vicinity. No, I have the World Wide Web at my disposal. So I'm going to put my music on the World Wide Web. But I'm going to change that price tag, because listen, people are listening to my music for pennies. And though I am honored and I really appreciate that, I got kids, man. I can't have people listening to my music, downloading my songs 19 times, 500 times, and then Spotify saying, "Hey man, here's $10. But they keeping what they're keeping. And my music is helping to maintain their platform. So I made a decision, a very controversial decision. And I said, you know what? My newest album, Limits to Mercy, will only be available in one place. And that is rickthedon.com. If you want to hear Limits to Mercy, arguably the best album I've ever created, and maybe one of the best artworks in terms of rap music in such a long time, right? If you want to hear that, you got to go to rickthedon.com. And really, as of this moment, I have not created a system for people to listen to my music. I'm going to probably do 3 videos for this album, and that's going to be your free samples right there. But if you like those 3 samples, then hey, all right, I'm going to buy this album. Let me tell you something real quick before I get into more. Limits to Mercy is Boy, let me tell you something. I just wrapped up recording last week. My producer came out here. We spent 19 days on this album. That's the longest amount of time I've ever spent on any album that I've ever created. Okay, Immunity, that took about a week and a half. The Rick the Don LP, that took 2 weeks. The Last Lab took about 2 weeks, 3 weeks tops. This one, Limits to Mercy, 19 days. No, it was more than 19 days. It was a month, man. Okay, so there you go. As far as features, I got my man Nino Brown. If you know anything about Nino Brown, not Wesley Snipes, by the way, but the homie that be on IG, giving out like motivational quotes, and he a rapper too. And if I'm not mistaken, he from Florida. Please forgive me if I'm wrong about that. All right, Nino Brown. I got Nino Brown on that boy. I got my boy B Rich on there. Now, if you don't know about B Rich, go do your Googles, man. He's one of the first rappers to be signed out of Baltimore. Okay, come on now. You're supposed to be a hip hop historian, right? That's what you told. That's what you telling people, right? Then, if that ain't enough, I got Quentin Miller, okay, the ghost himself. I got the Ghost of Christmas Rap Pass. I'm just joking, man. I got Quentin Miller, the GOAT, man. Come on, man. We showing love over here. Quentin Miller is on the album. The man is gifted, bro. Get that man his due. Anyway, all right. Wait a minute. You thought I was done? Okay, you thought I was done. I got Crazy Bone on the album. Who ain't buying this album? Okay, like who not buying this album? Now I'm pretty nice, but I got Crazy Bone on the album, and that should change your whole philosophy about what I'm doing. I got Crazy Bone on the album. Okay, wait a minute, and there you have it, folks. You think I'm about to put that on Spotify and put that on iTunes and let people listen to that for 1 penny? You know how much it costs to get Crazy Bone on your album? You know how much it costs to get Quentin Miller, Be Rich, Nino Brown on your album? It costs money. And guess what? I paid that cost. Now, what I ain't about to do is put that out there on, Spotify and iTunes and say, hey, man, I paid all this money to have these great artists on my album. I paid my producer this great cost. And I paid all these, actually it's my engineer, but I paid all these different music producers to come up with these amazing beats. If you know anything about me, my beats is on fire. Listen to any of my albums. My beats is the best ever, like straight up. So I pay all these producers. I pay my engineer. I pay for these features, right? I did all that. And I'm going to put it on Spotify and iTunes and let you listen to it for a penny. Without disrespecting you, because that's not what this is about. Without disrespect whatsoever. That's craziness. That's psychotic. Look, I love people. I love especially people that support me, especially people who listen to my music. I love those kind of people because if they can identify with me, if they can see themselves in me or they can relate to me, they got to be solid, man. They got to be solid. They have to be 100. But if they are as solid as they claim to be, obviously you wouldn't sit well or they wouldn't sit well with you to basically steal from an artist, right? Like, seriously, that's what's happening. Every time you listen to somebody on Spotify, and that's not your fault because this is the way that the game is structured. It's not your fault that rappers are getting stolen from. But here's what it is, man. I'm going to be the first one to do it because everybody apparently is afraid. Now, the good news and the best thing for me is I don't have a record label deal, contract, what have you. And I never thought that I would be happy to say that. I don't have a deal and I don't want a deal. I have gotten offers to come and sit in with these different companies. And it's taken me some time to understand why the Lord above has pretty much blocked all these different avenues to have me signed. Okay. It's funny how things work, man. I think that the guys that know what I'm talking about, they probably had a hand in keeping me from being signed. And I couldn't thank them more. All right. I'm certainly appreciative of your blockage, brother. Thank you so much because now I will not be an employee. I'm going to be the boss of everything I'm doing. Because I'm not looking for no handouts, man. That's the only reason I'm signing the deal is for greater distribution and, more exposure. But hey, man, the thing about me being from Detroit, Michigan, a Midwest guy myself, listen, I understand hard work. I understand what it takes to get out here and grind and do it yourself and how to build it yourself. And that's what we're going to do, man. It's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be a challenge. But I can't remember the last time that I backed down from a challenge. So yes, Limits to Mercy, Crazy Bone, Nino Brown, Be Rich, Quentin Miller, Rick the Don, killing it. Binks, my engineer, he's on the album too. So yes, that content will only be available at rickthedon.com for better or for worse. Because I'm fighting the power, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, now look, if this works, you're going to see everybody do it, right? You're going to see everybody do it because it's going to be like, wait a minute. I just sold 1 million records or I got 100,000 streams. I don't even know how they counting music sales no more. That's how messed up the game is. When I was growing up, we did record sales. Streams? What is a stream? Man, I don't want no listen, I don't want no stream. You can have your streams. I want record sales. I'll buy my own album. Okay, fine. Nobody want to buy it? Cool. I'm going to tell you this. My album, Limits to Mercy, will be $20. And if you don't got $20, I don't even want you listening to my music. I'll say it again, man. I'm not ashamed to say it. If you don't got $20 to support a entrepreneur / hustler like myself, a musician like myself, if you don't have $20, I don't even want you listening to my music. How about that one? So that's what it is. rickthedon.com, man. $20. Come spend $20 with somebody that's going to take that money and manufacture it in a way that creates more businesses and opportunities for myself and others. Listen, that's what it is. I'm fighting the power. I don't want no record deal. And in fact, I'll put it out there because there has to be a point where record deals will start to come through because they've come through plenty of times before. They've come through. This is not news to me, okay? I've been contacted before. It is what it is. So let's make sure we get some things clear because the first time that I was contacted to come to a certain place to do this whole record deal negotiation, blah, 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 blah. You know, the first time that happened, I didn't have my numbers in place. I didn't have things in place. But this time, I'm just go ahead and just say it. I don't want a deal. But if it just so happens that you can actually meet my particular needs, here's what I would need. No 360 deals, just a distribution deal. That's it. I just need you to distribute my music on your platforms. And as far as a signing bonus or money is concerned, well, I'm glad you asked because I will not sign any deal for less than $10 million up front. There you go. That's the number. $10 million up front. And for real, if that's a lot of money to you, then you couldn't be the person that is going to have Rick the Don under your stable because you're too cheap. Because my brand is money. You see what I'm saying? My brand is progress and economics. You see what I'm saying? That's what I bring to the game. Like right now, I need to end this podcast because I got guys who need to talk to me right now about other business ventures. You see what I'm saying? And I got them on hold right now as I do my podcast. But I'm about economics. You see what I'm saying? And if you're not about that, if you're not about, hey, this guy is not a rapper. I'm not a rapper, ladies and gentlemen. Record labels. I am not a rapper. That's a very disrespectful term. I am a business. I am a movement. Do you understand what that means? That means that when I open up my mouth, things happen. You ain't gonna find that everywhere. And you're not gonna find that with everybody. And I say that very carefully. How did I become this particular movement? Well, a lot of hustle, a lot of work, a lot of game, a lot of schooling, okay? I just dropped out of doctoral school in March. Do you hear what I said? Doctoral school. I could have been Dr. Don on you. But I just say, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna just chill. I might go back. I had about 3 years in doctoral school. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying that to tell you this. I know my stuff. So $10 million up front. That's before we discuss distribution, sales, and all the other stuff. That's before we even get there. Because frankly, to be clear, I don't need it. I don't need it. I would be more of a benefit to them than they would be to me. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. So anyway, I'm fighting the power this way, ladies and gentlemen. First off, really hood, y'all know what it is. I'm fighting the power this way. I'm creating my own platform, and I'm going to put my music on that platform and say, hey, this is where you get that music. Now, the obvious struggle or challenge is to make people actually say, wait a minute, what about your content is so desirable that I'll spend $20? Once again, if you are like scratching your beard, scratching your pockets, like I don't know if the $20, then you're not a listener of mine, because my listeners got bread. You see what I'm saying? If I want something, first off, I don't care if it's music, I don't care if it's a cupcake, a wine brand. If I want something, I don't even look at the price tag. So if you're still in that space of price tag watching and all that type of stuff, then there's some levels to this thing. You need to go listen to that first. And then when you get your situation straight, come holler at Rick the Don. You ain't quite where you need to be to listen to me because I'm progressive. I'm on a different level. I'm not talking about killing people every 5 minutes. So you're still in that particular bracket. And I understand that. I was there too. But now we're talking about economics. We're talking about ownership. We're talking about businesses in lyrical form. You see what I'm saying? We're talking about loving a woman, not women, not a thought. We're talking about loving a woman. You're not there yet. And it's okay. It's okay. But when you get there, when you finally get there, I'm pretty sure that you'll have $20 to spend. You feel me? And that's what it is. That's what I'm doing. You can't be afraid to be different. And you can't be afraid to get your value. You see what I'm saying? Gucci, they could sell their bags and glasses and products and clothing at the same price as Rainbow or Forever 21. Okay, they could do that. But Gucci has made it a very, very prominent point to take a stand and say that this particular brand is not that. So if you want Gucci, you got to pay this particular price. If you want Forever 21 and Rainbow and Forever, all that stuff, you got to go over there. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing. If you want Rick the Don, arguably one of the best rappers of all time, and I dare you go listen to my music and come back and tell me I ain't got a point. Now, I might not be what I say I am, but I'm saying that I'm not far from it. In fact, I'm going to just say I am, man. I don't care. Listen what I said, man. Listen. So if you want Rick the Don, you want that particular content. Now, I'm only speaking to the hustlers. I'm not speaking to everybody. That's the problem. Everybody want to talk to everybody. I'm just talking to the people that's trying to get money. I'm talking to the progressive. And I guess the people who want to be that. If you want Rick the Don, it's going to take you $20. You feel me? And by the way, I already got classics on my website. Go to my website right now, rickthedon.com, and check it out. You know what? This is a good time to segue into some music, man. Hey, so if you're on my podcast, we're going to take a little break. Let's take a Rick the Don moment, and let me show you why I say I'm one of the best out here, man. Check this song out. I'm wondering, it cuts me deep.
Man, I must be dreaming, scheming, I am that first million. Rappers don't love women, me, I don't love Benjamins. Grants, Jacksons, adding fractions cause the death of many, man. Get it in, different. Martin King over again, ball all in. College D, club appearance, baby fee, they calling me. What it be? Rick the Don, Rick the King, golden arm, don't worship me. Of course I love my G.O.D. Because of him, they ain't got nothing on me. Got more game than sports TV. Let's get it, who with it? Black on black, exorcism, exercise your right to witness. Told y'all I've been had this vision. Who feel this? I feel this. This is not some kind of joke. Flow is dope, cracking coke, likes a flip, somersault. The word is cold, cuz so grab that coat. Swear I wish I could send no more. I rope a dope, take them blows. You're the best, I'm the GOAT. Cons and pros, new and old, I'm better off either way. Man, I pray for a better day. Hun, I pray for a better day.
All right, so check it. That's what it was, man. I told you. My music is like that, man. And if you don't think that's worth at least $20, listen, I digress. So I'm just letting you all know that if this works, it's going to be a big change. Listen, check. This is my last point right here. Somebody on a record label could sell, let's say, they'll probably get 500,000 streams. Let's use that number. They get 500,000 streams, right? And then what do they get for those 500,000 streams? They might get a $300 check. All right. They might get a $300 check for 500,000 streams. And I'm not lying. I'm not exaggerating. I'm telling you facts, man. They might get about $300, $1,500 max. You see how that works? Okay. Now, me, Rick the Don, when I release my album on rickthedon.com exclusively for $20, I can sell 60,000 records. And if you know math, 60,000 times 20, do the math on that and get back. Come back and holler at me. You think I want a record deal when I can sell 60,000 records and make that kind of money independently, where I'm only sharing money with my payment processing companies like PayPal or Stripe? And I'm talking about I'm only sharing about 2.5% of my revenue with those particular payment processing companies. I'm only splitting my money with a payment processing company. And that company only wants 2.5% of my total revenue from sales. I like that deal. Why would I bypass that deal and instead go with a record label who wants a lot more from a pot that's a lot smaller. It's real simple, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not speaking in algorithms here. I'm talking common sense. So that's what it is, man. Fighting the power. All right. And I need everybody that's bumping this right now, everybody that's watching me, everybody that's listening right now. I need you to support it. I need you to support it. Because let me tell you something. If I succeed with this, I'm a very generous guy. Everybody knows that who knows me. I'm very real with mine, man. I'm not selfish. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people are selfish. And that's why we're in this situation. Because some people want it all to themselves. But if Rick the Don get it, I already got it. But if I get it, you get it. Okay? I got stuff in the works right now that just blow past anybody's imagination. But obviously, things are not built overnight. It takes time, right? And it definitely takes money. So that's what it is. Fight the power, man. Help me fight the power. But anyway, that's it for today. I'm not the kind of person that's going to drag out these episodes with a whole bunch of gibberish. We're going to get to the point and then we're going to get out the point. All right. So before I disperse, I'll say this. reallyhood.com, man. If you are an artist and you want to be seen by the world, you want people to check out your content, listen, I'm only charging like $25 to post your music on my site. All right. Now compare that to the big boys out here. To post your music on their site, you're going to be paying about $1,000. Rightfully so. Okay. I understand that my platform is still coming up and it's still being built. It's still being worked out. So I'm only charging $25, but that price will not stay there forever. So I'm just letting you know, hey, you see what I'm doing, man. You see what I'm doing. I'm about progress. So if you're trying to get on that train, rickthedon.com or reallyhood.com in this case. You feel me? But anyway, that's it for today. It's been solid. Don't forget to support my Patreon. Don't forget to subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Don't forget to, download, like, share, all that cool stuff, man. Support me because, like I said, when you support me, you support the real. That's real talk. Let's get it.
Yeah, I used to roll backwoods. Rick the Don's good wherever he goes. 1 million and one flows, depositing dough. Said you down with the mafia family, let me know. Yeah, number one, I don't do number two. They watching how I do because I'm really hood. Red hoodie, gold jewelry, too groovy. Might lose me, don't approach with the foolery. Keep the two on me, homie. You don't know me. Rick the Don, the one and only. Yeah.
Yo, welcome to the Really Hood Podcast. I'm your host, Rick the Don, and today we will be talking about the Anthem. But before we do, I would like to let you know that this episode was brought to you by reallyhood.com, a place for independent artists to showcase their talent. Go check it out. Now, some news just came through the pipeline about the NFL playing the Black National Anthem before games. Now, the irony of this particular topic is that I was going to do a video or a podcast about this a long time ago, probably sometime in February. Actually, probably last November, I wanted to touch on this particular topic. But hey, the NFL news beat me to the punch. So it has made me kind of rush a little bit and get this topic out. But I'll address this situation as if it were prior to the news coming out. My point was, if people are so up in arms about African-American athletes, we're talking about the NFL in this case, if they're so up in arms about the anthem and people kneeling and things of that nature, then play the Black National Anthem, something that they can be proud of. That was what I was going to say. That was my sentiment. However, the NFL has one-upped me. And they've already thought about that. I'm assuming that somebody in their circle said, hey, they said the exact same thing I just said. Hey, let's try the national anthem, the Black National Anthem, and maybe this will fix some of the problems that we have. So I will credit the NFL with trying to keep public relations steady. All right, because as a big conglomerate or a big company like the NFL, That is your number one thing. Keep consumers and most importantly, keep your athletes happy. Because I once called in on I think his name is Peter Gottlieb or something like that. Some dude on Sirius XM. I once called in and said, hey, NFL players, black NFL players should boycott the NFL, take their huge salaries, their $1 million salaries, and create their own league. Why is that not even a possibility? And you know what Peter Gottlieb or whatever his name is, you know what he said? They can't do that. White guy, right? And no disrespect, but he is a white guy. That's a fact. And I said, wait a minute. How many NFL players are there in the NFL black? Let's just use a random number. Let's say 200. You got 200 black males all making somewhere in the range of $1 million. So that's $200 million. How much does it cost to start an NFL league? What if they all took their money, pooled it together, and created their own league? Since this particular league is not respecting, the other side of the coin. Fine. Take your money elsewhere. Peter Gottlieb said they can't do that. And it was a very rushed response. And to me, that response said, oh, crap, somebody is onto it. Somebody understands the power that these black athletes have. If the NFL lost, let's say 80% of its black athletes, I don't know if the revenue drops, but I will say the viewership definitely drops because I don't think it would be the same entertaining sport. And it's not to say that if all NFL players, black NFL players, were to go create their own league, it would be a success overnight. In fact, I would argue it would probably take about 10 years before it actually hit its stride if it had the right people behind it. The point being, I was ready for mass departureship. Hey, if they're not going to respect our views, then let's move. Now, let's talk about something that's very important that I don't think gets enough discussion. What is the national anthem? You ask the right person, they'll tell you that the national anthem is a song that's about patronage and the American way. And to that, I say that's a load of crap. And that's without disrespect, of course, because I do actually love where I'm from. I do love America. I love this place. In fact, I just love the earth in general. I don't really care about the sections so much. But I'll say this. There's a problem with that because you know who wrote the Star Spangled Banner? Francis Scott Key. Now, to many people, Francis Scott Key is a historic figure who's done great things. And who am I to say any different? But we must acknowledge something that is not being discussed. Francis Scott Key, the man who wrote the Star Spangled Banner, owned slaves that were my skin color. They want those same athletes to stand proud with their hand over their heart and say, we agree with this. We like this. The land of the free. Do y'all think we stupid? Because you have to think we're stupid. You have to think we're dumb. It's actually very offensive. You want me to stand with my hand on my heart and recite some lyrics that some man who owned slaves that were my skin color, you want me to recite those lyrics? That's idiotic. That's idiotic, America. That's stupid. I don't know if that's stupid or dumb. I can't figure it out. So you got Americans who say, you're not an American if you don't stand and put your hand on your heart while the lyrics of a slave owner get dispersed throughout an entire stadium. Man, I don't even think, after I learned that, and I learned that some time ago, I had to rehearse it and make sure it was accurate. But after I heard that he was a slave owner, I just almost went out and just say, look, from now on, I'm not even, look, when that song comes on, not only am I not standing, I'm going to ignore it because that has nothing to do with patriotism. It just doesn't. It's a song. It's a song. That's what it is. And that's the problem. A lot of fake patriots have gone very far with this whole anthem thing. Okay, because they're really fake patriots. If you have a problem with somebody exhibiting their own American rights, if this is the land of the free, then how is it possible that you're upset with somebody or how is it possible for you to be upset with somebody that's exercising their freedom? Does that make sense wait, this is the land of the free. We agree on that? Okay, good. when athletes or anybody decides to sit down or do anything that they want during the Star Spangled Banner or the national anthem, are they or are they not exercising their freedom of choice? They are? Okay, good. So how is it that people are upset with a athlete of any color doing anything that they want to do during the national anthem? And this is the problem. I don't want to be disrespectful because that is absolutely not what I'm here to do. But I have to call a spade a spade. That's fake patriotism. Because if you're really for the American way and you're actually for Americans, then how can you be upset when an American does what, soldiers fought for? Soldiers fought for our freedom to do what we wanted to do. Am I not? Am I right? So if an athlete wants to sit down, kneel, go to sleep, do whatever he wants to do during the national anthem singing, shouldn't they be able to do that? Now, I'm not going to even ask the question. I'm going to say it. They should be able to do that without any problems. And then you got a guy that is the commander-in-chief. And I don't want to touch on his presidency because I don't want to, be rude or anything like that. Because I actually do admire Mr. Trump or President Trump. But obviously, this part right here is where I just can't rock with him on it. Because you can't call a person a fake patriot because they're actually doing what they're supposed to be doing, which is exerting and actually exemplifying their freedom of speech. So let's just call it what it is. BS. It's BS. Francis Scott Key was a slave owner. There is no way in the world that I'm going to stand up and put my hand on my heart for a man who oppressed my ancestors. I'm sorry. It's just not happening. Because if the shoe was on the other foot and black people owned white slaves and did who knows what to them, and then some black person like Rick the Don wrote a song like, hey, you got to sing this before every song, before every game. Knowing the white people that I know, they cutthroat. White people cutthroat. They don't play that stuff, man. And they would be like, yo, I'm gonna not only would they not stand for a black anthem about, or by a guy who had white slaves, not only would they not stand during the singing of that person's music, they would probably storm the stadium. Like, come on. It can't be a double standard. It's either you with it or you not with it. Okay? You either with it or you not with it. Can we please acknowledge something that has been sorely forgotten? There were not just white men in those wars. There were not just white men in those wars. So can we please stop that narrative? There were black people on those lines as well. In many cases, those black people were on the front lines, fighting for a country that didn't or wouldn't fight for them. So I can't even understand why it took this long for the black national anthem to get its due. So shout out to the NFL. While at the same time, I'm criticizing the country, man. That should have been happened. Why isn't this happening across the board? Okay, because that's what should be happening. If we're going to criticize black men for kneeling during the anthem, we have to criticize these companies. The NFL, for example. Not now, but I'm saying before. Play the black national anthem. Let's see how many white patrons stand up. And if they sit down, is that not disrespectful? Of course it is. Right? And I'm going to say it this way. Not really. You know why? Because we're in America where you can do what you want to do. That's the whole point of America. You're free to do what you want to do, to express your views the way you want to express them. And when we start to condemn athletes or anybody for doing that exact thing that our soldiers fought for, then we're no longer Americans. We're something else. So that's what it is, man. I'm so tired of this, man. I'm so tired of this whole anthem debate. I'm over it. Colin Kaepernick doesn't have a job. And that is the exact same reason why I didn't watch a game of the NFL last year. And I'm going to continue not to watch it. Because in 20 years, he's going to be a hero. And they're going to say how great of a sacrifice he made. Now, from my understanding, Colin Kaepernick has done some weird things like, not show up or have his press conferences. Who knows what? I don't know. But I will say this. They can get him a job if they wanted to. Okay? Despite or regardless of what he said. There's guys who've done a lot worse in the NFL and they still have a job to this day. Okay? So I don't want to hear that, man. Things are getting a little hot. I'm sweating. Look, when I start sweating, you know I ain't. This ain't pretend, man. Actually, I got a little cold, but let's take a minute so I can cool down and let's check out this track by Rick the Dawn. You know what it is, man. Rick the Dawn. Check it out.
Well done, Mr. KKK, cause it seems like we're killing ourselves today. Can you believe leaders, they die for this? MLK, JFK died for this. How we repay? Twerking, gun squirting, jewels hurting, not working. You should see the kids in the class, care less if they pass. Pants off they looking like a rainbow, rubber bands. I don't understand when the rainbow is God's creation. Like, man, they act like I care, I'm not famous. You'd be disgusted. Today's stars are a little brainless. Quick to kill each other, but won't kill for each other. Why kill for each other when we can love each other? Treat our women like trash, like they're not someone's mother. Watch them point and blame me like I'm the freaking problem church. Don't cry, we can rise together. Even though we're not perfect, we can try together. I'm talking never giving up, we can try forever. Jesus, here's my cross, we can ride together. Don't cry, we can rise together.
All right, let's start bringing this topic in because I'm all over the place. Let's bring it in. Let's hit my main points. The NFL is now either thinking about it or they've already made the decision to play the Black National Anthem before games. Great job, NFL. Thank you. We have to stop the narrative that athletes who exhibit their American rights to kneel or do anything they want to do during the anthem, we have to stop the narrative that they're doing something wrong, because that is the greatest lie ever. We have to stop fake patronage or patriotism, where you got these people saying that they're more American than the next person because they're standing during a song that was written by a slave owner. Francis Scott Key, the man who wrote the Star Spangled Banner, God bless his soul, owned slaves. I'm not condemning him for that because he's a product of his time, his era. That was his era. If I was a white man in that era, I would have slaves. It is what it is. It just is what it is. But at the same time, do not expect a black man or a black athlete to be like, all right, Jolly Willikers, let's go ahead. I want to sing this. Don't expect us to be happy to sing this song. In fact, it's very disrespectful for us to even have to sing it at all or stand up during it. If anything, we should be able to sit down if we want to because the writer owned slaves. Man, sometimes when I be thinking about stuff, I don't know if the Lord made me super, super intelligent and made everybody else just like, or is everybody just ignorant to, I don't know, man. I just wonder sometimes. Why is it taking so long for stuff like this to be said? That is why I made this podcast, because I'm like, there's a lot of things not being said. And unfortunately, they're going to put my video in the basement of YouTube or the basement of the podcast community. But this should be at the top because it's the realest thing. I'm not here trying to make a joke. I'm serious. I'm trying to make a statement that I think should have been said a long time ago. Why are black athletes being taunted, disrespected for not singing a song written by a slave owner? This is math. This is like math. Everything is math. Common sense, right? Common sense plus common sense equals common sense. That's just common sense to me. We shouldn't even be like, it should be like, hey, we understand. Now that we have this Black National Anthem out here, let's see what happens. Let's see all these patriots, right? Let's see how quickly they turn their tune or change their tune. And they start to sit down during the Black National Anthem. And we call that hypocrisy. We call that a double standard. When you sit down during the Black National Anthem, that's hypocrisy. That's a double standard. You want to know why? Because white American men and women were not the only people that fought in those wars. They were not. That's a fact. There were black people in those wars too. Don't they deserve some type of honor? Don't they deserve it? No? Okay. So America got some problems, man. And really, it's their own problems because people like myself don't have these issues because I know how to use common sense. That doesn't make sense, man. We can't get mad at somebody for not standing up during an anthem written by a slave owner or somebody who oppressed their people. That's stupidity, man. Okay? So my final word is this. We all need to grow up. We all need to grow up. Everybody. Me, my kind, they kind, got to grow up. Who can? If we live in America and we're supposed to be free, we can do what we want to do. That's the whole point. As long as it's within the legal limits of the law, right? Nobody's getting hurt. Nobody's getting hurt, And then, when you have a group of individuals who storm a Capitol and actually kill folks, that gets whitewashed and just thrown under the rug. Come on, man. You know what's great about this whole thing? You know what makes me happy at the end of the day? I believe that there's a God. And I believe that very God is not a human being. And he will see things very, very fairly. And when those things get to him, because they will, I believe everything is going to be, I believe at some point, every single person will have to face him. That's just my belief. And the good thing about it is he's not going to have any prejudice. I think he's going to look at everything very fairly. And all this crap that's being whitewashed by the majority or imbalanced by the majority, whether it be somebody shooting somebody that's supposed to protect and serve, whatever the case might be, when it gets to him, that's when all the BS is going to have to stop, because it will be no more wiggling out of the truth. It's going to be, it is what it is. I can't wait to that day. I can't wait. Actually, I can't wait, because it's going to be a rough day for some people, because you're going to have to answer for all the crap that you've been doing. That's what I'm talking about, man. Keep it real. Keep it 100, because at some point you're going to get caught on it. At some point. It is what it is. That's just my take on it. Take it or leave it.
Tell me, can you smell it? Can you smell it? We was poor then, getting rich now. $1,000 trips now. Music doing flips now. And we rolling. Pockets stay swollen. Wrists stay frozen. Tell me, can you smell it? Can you smell it? She ain't never met a man like me though. Flow so cold, but keep heat like Nino. The flow's neato. Doing what I want anytime I'm on the mic. I'm numero uno. Purely majestic, the flow I mess with. Ain't nothing to worry about, nothing to stress. Got a couple thousand, ain't nothing to stretch it. Put a player hate in a stretcher, and real quick, this the murder cap. I mean number 3. Oh, they hating on me, guess they mad at me. I'm with my boy B, we about to run it. This is all state press, yeah, we running good it. She looking at my pants, she thinking I'm smuggling something. Yeah, I'm the monarch of the southeast, and I murder beasts. I got meat in my teeth, everywhere I go I be. Black boy, never gon' be shit. From the home of cars and dope fiends. No need for peace or hoop dreams, nah. Yet equipped with spectacular gifts, had a beautiful mind, well ahead of his time. Color out of the lines when he was 6 years old. Grew up amongst hustlers, roaches, dumpsters. Still his parents did whatever they could. 9 to 5 job, flip packs in the hood. American dream, more like American nightmare. He witnessed young thugs loading guns by the stairs. Yeah, he was different, he could tell by the stairs. The overwhelming conditions was too much to bear. Non-stop drunk, fake go pop. Got $1 from every hustler up on the block. Human capital. Ain't no sunshine round here. Ain't no sunshine when I'm gone. Ain't no sunshine round here. Ain't no sun in this heart of stone.